Was there ever a discussion on which Charlo fought Canelo?
Well, yeah, but my brother said he, ain't in the right mental state, so he wasn't gonna take the fight. So
Yeah, you got to work on life first, bro.
Yeah.
You got to take care of that, then everything else under the umbrella. That's
Right,
wise.
right.
Hell yeah. And plus, y'all got enough bread where y'all don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Correct, right.
Like when I was getting evicted, I would have fought Mike Tyson and everybody at the same time. You know what I mean?
Hell
They would have
yeah.
been like, man, we
For a
got
couple
$1,700. I would have been like, Big Boy's neighborhood, beautiful day in the neighborhood,
Yes,
man.
man.
I've been waiting on this one.
Yep.
Jermell Charlo in the neighborhood. Welcome to the neighborhood, my brethren.
What's up with it?
How do I know it's you?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
It's a difference.
Okay, cool,
Some
cool.
type of difference.
Hey, okay, cool. Well, welcome to the neighborhood, bro. Fan first.
Appreciate it.
Believe that, man. Now, we about to go ahead, man, and do another big one. That's you and Canelo. That is going down September 30th in lovely Las Vegas. September 29th. I know I got a comedy show out there. I know you're not going to be able to make it because you got work to do.
I got weigh-ins.
Yeah. Man, if you would have been like, Big, I'm going to beat him. I'm like, man, he ain't taking this fight serious. Hey, man, but just knowing from being, a champion at what you do, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know the lights. You know what I'm saying? But every fight is a big fight for you. You know what I'm saying? Is this, how do you go into this fight with Canelo either different? Is there a different mind state? What's the difference between any other?
I think that if you go into this fight at a different mind state, you might, or if you don't just keep it the same,
Right.
You know what I mean? What got you here,
Right.
And you try to change up something
For one
you're
fight,
gonna
too?
definitely look different. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? So it's like you want to perform, keep the same things that got you here. Use those and use them to your best abilities.
Hey, man, how do you keep all the chatter out when it comes to this fight or fights in the past where everybody is an expert now? It used to be at one point you would have, people that you listen to as far as like, okay, they're commentators, they're trainers. Now everybody got a device. Everybody can get right to you. Like, how do you keep that out when you're either going into camp, or before a fight?
You gotta just turn off the comments. Like even if you want the comments, let them have the comments. It's just you gotta tune them out. You gotta really block out social media. That's what's running the world right now. So it's like you gotta really take in consideration that your privacy kind of matters more than anything. So,
Right.
And then if you're like, okay, I'm gonna get them what they want to see, or I'm gonna give them just enough. You know what I'm saying? And just tune out the distractions.
Hey, man, with you and bro, have y'all always been, and I know Pops is in the gym and it's in the bloodline,
Right.
but what makes you say, you know what, at an early age, this is what I want to do?
Just being a competitor and being able, when I was younger, boxing as a kid and kind of not, I don't want to say just necessarily, just living not as rich or poverty as everybody else. And boxing gave me the opportunity to want to travel. You know what I mean? I started traveling at a young age because I had a tournament to go to. So you win this tournament, you go to state. So if you go to state, hey, that's a big thing. And the state was just somewhere around Texas. That's where we at, or Louisiana. And then you go to region. Region is like around now the surrounding areas of that. Then you end up winning that tournament, you go to nationals. So it's always,
Right.
and that was fun to be able to leave home, leave mom, get a school note, not having to go to school, end up on the national team, fighting somewhere in Colorado or Michigan or New York. That was tight. So,
Hey, man, that's got to feel crazy at an early age because, for one, we just wanted to get off the block.
Right.
Get out of the neighborhood. I remember even with me being here, I used to think that traveling from L.A., I'd be like, yeah, man, we going out of town. We go to San Francisco. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yeah, man, we got to dip on out to, San Francisco. So as a younger, you had to be where it's like, man, I'm really rolling.
I'm trying to get up out of here.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So
Had
then
that always
helped.
been a focus for you, though, to so-called get up out of here?
That basically,
Yeah.
And it started when I started boxing at the age of 8 years old, and then they had tournaments for the younger kids called silver gloves. Then they had the golden gloves, and the
Right.
silver gloves was just 8 to 16, and it was just a big tournament. So people don't really know that. A lot of people rock around here, they lie about being boxers and stuff. Like, oh yeah, man, I'm the golden gloves. What are you talking about? You mean you fought in the golden gloves
Right.
tournament? So if somebody ever say I'm the golden gloves, they never boxed. They
What
probably
about when
just sat
somebody say I'm a Golden Glove champion?
That's a difference. Now,
Okay.
if you're a Golden Gloves champion, they probably gonna put a year behind it.
Right,
I'm
right, okay.
2020 Golden Gloves national champion, meaning that you went from levels to that. Like I was.
Hey, man,
giving
let me
earlier.
tell you, though, bro, like, I have a brother, rest in peace to my brother Keith, but also I have a brother Mouse. And me and Mouse, man, you know, we were always good at backing each other up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like my mom told us, she had 7 kids. She said, if somebody, you know, if somebody disrespect you or somebody fuck with y'all, they got to die 7 times. That means every kid, the Alexander family, everybody got to come off the porch.
Right.
That's what that meant.
Yeah.
So me and my brother Mouse, we close in age, so we was always got into fights with other people. How is it, man, watching either coming up with your brother, and that's like, you know what I'm saying?
So
that
dope.
Not just blood, that's your twin.
Right.
That's got to be every time you win, and if he was next up, vice versa, you don't get a chance to relax.
It was dope because I know my brother could hold his own.
Right,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? So you got somebody just like you that.
Okay.
He could hold his own. I can hold my own. Hey, go get him. Hey, all right, I'm gonna go get him. Hey, you want this fight? All right, get that fight. All right.
Hey man,
it was fun.
y'all would have to be the
Damn.
wrong house to do like a home invasion.
100%.
Yeah, you know, like real talk, man.
100%.
Like I don't know. Pops was good. He good with his.
Pops was good.
Man.
Everybody was good.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the wrong
how it
thing.
go.
And y'all in Texas where you can have a gun, y'all like, oh man, we don't need that.
Yeah, we ain't putting our hands on you.
Yeah, like we putting our
got that
hands on you.
Thule.
Yeah, but that's real talk, man. So you get in and you start seeing yourself really starting to progress, you and bro, and you get to a point, man, where you know. How old are you when you say, I know this is what I want to do?
Man, you kind of really know about 17.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when I turned pro. I turned pro at 17.
Yeah, man.
So I was young. I was like still in high school. But then I was like, all right, I'm going to chase the dream of whatever the best that could come. I just want to win. I was like, I just want to win a world title. When I turned
And you
pro,
knew that at an early age.
But I didn't know. Not really. I didn't know when it would come. I didn't
Right.
know what time it would come. I didn't know what.
But you knew you wanted it?
Position I was in. But yeah, I knew I wanted it. That was a dream, always a dream. To become undisputed world champion, that was a dream. Because when I was younger, a movie came out called Undisputed, and they was like in prison, and it was like I wanted to become undisputed. So I like a world champion. I didn't even know the names of the belts really at that young age, but I just knew undisputed.
Hey, man, and Undisputed is a whole different kind of title
Right.
that a lot of boxers don't make it to. And you've seen it, man. You've seen it just with traveling from an early age. A lot of people have fight dreams.
Yeah.
A lot of people have boxing dreams, man. And it takes, and I can't even say, it takes a certain individual because everybody want it. And it's hard to get.
Right. Man,
But
it's
y'all
hard to get
got
one.
it.
It's
Yeah.
hard to get one.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And then when you get one, do you want that urge or that hunger for more?
Yeah, you want to be able to say I'm the crown, the king, and how can you get the crown like that? So it's like you want to fight this guy, but it's so many politics in the sport of boxing. that
Yeah,
you
man,
got-
especially
you got-
now, huh?
Yeah, so many. Bro. And then you got 4 sanctioning bodies. Back in the days when it was like Mayweather-ish, they only had like 3 belts. This is a 4-belt era. So now they didn't added another belt to make it even harder to become undisputed. So now within the 4-belt
Yeah,
era, I think
true.
it's like 4 fighters. So it's like I'm part of it. Canelo's a part of it.
Yeah.
You know, like that's why it's such a big fight. The magnitude of this fight is big because finally they put a 4-belt era and a 4-belt era together.
Damn, man, that right there, man. There's so much to win and there's so much to lose.
Yeah.
And I know no one thinks like that. But this when you come to this, man, like I'm a spectator. I love boxing, bro.
Yeah.
But that is just some things that I know I couldn't do.
Yeah.
You know, it take a different kind of person to say, man, this is what I want to do for a living. Even your homies that's on the street that think they knockout artists, they
Yeah.
get their ass whooped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Have you ever, or when was the last time you had a street fight?
Man, I was in like high school or something.
Oh, man.
I
Is
ain't
he
had a
resting in
street
peace
fight
right
I don't even know.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, you probably can't talk. I'm talking about from the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but that's a whole different world, bro.
Right.
When it comes to fight time like this, man, because we'll see the walkout, we'll see maybe a special on it, we'll see the weigh-ins. But take me through when you know that a fight is coming. How far back do you start camp? Are you a 6 weeks? Are you 8 weeks?
I'm like a 12-week guy.
3 months?
Yeah, I start way earlier. Like
And then what does that consist of?
just-
early on.
early on, it's gonna be consisted of like just getting sometimes when you take a break, like you just want to start punching again. You know, you just wake up the muscles and the hands and the little small little twitch muscles, everything that's not being used when you're on your off season, just chilling. So then you start trying to eat a little bit better.
Right.
Take yourself through that process. But when you really know it's real is when like the fight you start going through like, well, of course when the time gets closer, but you got the VADA and all the little drug testers popping up at the house in the middle of the night or late in the early in the morning, depending on how they feel.
It's crazy how we don't see that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you'll have these, you know, behind the scenes shows, but we don't know what that feel like.
Right.
To like not deprive yourself, but say, man, you know what, bro? Like, I'm cutting this out, or I'm cutting this person out. I'm like, that's all.
It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, because I don't.
You can't even use the restroom. You gotta wait till like a certain time before you can wake. You know, you might wake up early. You want to go train or work out, but if you go use the restroom, you ain't gonna be able to use it if the drug testers pop up like 30 minutes later.
Oh,
so
man.
like it's real like precise and strategic. You can't just move how you want to. You can't just eat what you want. You can't do. A lot of stuff changes whenever a fight time is coming.
Especially when you take it serious.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If you definitely taking it serious, man. And that's why I say when I look at fight, I'm like, man, both of these dudes came in prepared.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or at least I hope they both came in prepared. What's the weight y'all fighting at?
We fighting at 168.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So what does that do for you as far as like when you go to camp? What does that do for you with weight? How much are you walking in? What are you doing to?
So this fight a little bit different because I'm originally a 154 pounder.
I know, man.
I'm coming up 2 divisions to try to make history and to be great. So it's like I had to like, you know, tune in a little bit different, but eat a little bit different. But I felt like when I started kind of like getting a little bit big, I'm like, nah, I don't want to be
What
slow.
do you walk around?
I got to kind of walk around like, you know, between 168, 170.
Okay.
That was my natural walk around.
Okay, so
but
cool.
But now that this fight is at 68, I have to kind of like put on a little bit more muscle.
Right.
Gain a little bit more weight.
So
eat more.
walking around at 168, 170 is different
Originally
than
when I was fighting at
than
54.
fighting at 168.
100%. Yeah, I can't walk around at 168.
Right.
Yeah, I got to walk around probably like 175, 180 or something like that to drop back down to 68 so I can have my muscle and my speed. Because once you lose the weight, you're going to feel faster. But if you just walk around at that weight, you're going to always feel heavy.
Huh. That makes
Hey man,
perfect sense,
I
bro.
never had to gain or cut weight to sit right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's definitely a different world,
but if
bro.
you start losing weight, you're going to feel faster. Your mind going to be flowing. It's going to feel a little bit different. So if I'm moving up to 168, I got to go like 180, 181, and then just drop back down.
What do you do like a few days before? When you know, like, and not coming up to September 30th, man, but what do you do even then? But what do you do a couple days before or the week before a fight?
You mean like losing weight? Wise?
Yeah, or losing weight, or just your mindset? Are you pulling back on
Just-
training a little bit?
Yeah, you want to kind of like let the body heal.
Yeah.
You've been going through a rough camp, trying to, you know, sparring and all of this kind of stuff. So you got to kind of like let the body heal. That's going to come down to like a lot of little things, sleeping more. Then you kind of want to like not sleep at the times that you're going to be fighting.
Right,
You know,
right.
like when you make it to that level, the world championship level, when you fight 12 rounds, man, you don't fight until like 9 or 10 o'clock.
Yeah, man.
And then most boxers wake up early in the morning at 5 in the morning, they running and training, and then they go to the gym at 12, and then they sleeping at nighttime. So it's like you kind of like want to transition your body to like kind of being up at nighttime, sleeping during the day.
And you do, and you make sure y'all do that?
Of course.
That's crazy that's tuition into the school of
Yeah.
experience that you got to learn when you get there. You know what I'm saying? What time do you get up fight day?
Fight day, I'll be up early.
Really?
Sometimes
See?
it's hard to sleep. Sometimes it's even hard to eat.
Yeah,
But
man.
then you got to put that nutrition.
What do you
gotta
do
eat.
all day?
You just watch film, study as much as you can. Try to visualize what's finna happen.
Damn, do you look at phones or do you have conversations or anything like that?
The phone gonna be blowing up the whole week, so you kind of gonna be already adjusted to how the phone moving. You're gonna start getting just all kind of people. Then you got to deal with people wanting tickets, and you got to deal with the family.
And you still deal with that?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta want to make sure that your family watching and in the front row, and all the people that supported you, make sure that they get in because that's what they're doing it for. So it's like, man, it's tough sometimes, but I got a team now, so I don't gotta worry about that.
Yeah, I think you still kind of do though. You know
Yeah, a
what I'm
little
saying?
bit, because then you don't know that person might not like this person. And you're like, oh, I'm gonna put them in the back,
Right? Yeah.
But
Oh,
you
hell
might
yeah.
really want them in the front. So yeah.
Damn. Hey man, yeah, I'm gonna walk you out on the 30th, man. Might as well.
He said you can walk me out.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
man? I'm gonna put a song together. You know I'm a failed rapper, so I'm gonna put I'm gonna put a song together. And you coming with us? Let's go. You come on with us, man. Yeah. Yeah. So it'd be like give me
Throw me in there, dog.
like 9 tickets.
Hold the belt.
Problems.
Hey man, I love how everybody want to be with you, but we don't want to put the work in.
or pay for those tickets.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'll do anything for the tickets.
$20,000, $30,000 seats
Isn't
and
that
stuff.
crazy,
it's like,
bro?
yeah, boxing has just became a massive sport lately. Like it's been getting so much attention, so much love.
good,
So many
man.
people been wanting to
Hey
go.
man,
This
I
year
went
been
to
crazy.
Spence Crawford, right?
Yeah.
And they comped me my tickets. I
Right.
sold them before I got in there. I was sitting there, so
You're
you
like,
know, you give me some tickets, man,
car
Jermell, I'm
or
doing you dirty. I'm like, man, I'm thinking like, man, this is a
Straight up.
yeah, this is mortgage. My good Lord, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I looked at that man. One of my partners, he was like, yeah, we bought 4 tickets. And he was like, yeah, we over here. And I was like, oh, I said, man, what you pay for those? He's like, we paid 10. He said, we got them for like 10 a piece. And I was like, ooh.
10.
I'm like, man, 10 a piece. Yeah, and that was like a deal.
Yeah, that was the deal.
Yeah, man. And
4
I was like,
tickets?
man, if
Yeah.
I pay 10 a piece, I'm definitely coming out like Eminem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
You got to give me a microphone and shit, and I'm putting water in your face, and I'm with the trainer and all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, but so September 30th, bro, pay-per-view, Las Vegas. You've been there before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You've been there before. And as we sitting here today, man, y'all been doing the press conferences. How are those? Are y'all one in right now?
Yeah, we went in.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we
y'all-
got today.
Yeah, Ludo. How's that been, man? Is it respectful right now?
Yeah, it's respectful because you know, he know what I put in the ring in the boxing game.
Yeah.
I know what he put in the boxing game. We both legends, so it's like we ain't like on the young verge trying to prove something crazy to each other or act like I need to act all foolish and shit. So it's been good. You know, like it's peaceful, but we know what we got in front of us and we got work to do.
Was there ever a discussion on which Charlo fought Canelo?
Well, yeah, but my brother said he, you know, ain't in the right mental state, so he wasn't gonna take the fight. So
Really?
yeah, so that's what made me step up. Cause my
Can I
brother
ask, what does
actually-
that mean by that?
I guess he was battling like, you know, like divorce
Life,
and
okay.
life and, you know, fighting for
Life.
kids and all of that.
Okay, yeah,
Like,
that's a whole different
how you
fight.
gonna go to a training camp and be having to deal with this? So, you know, he's working on that. He getting that
Gotcha.
everything back together, and I
Gotcha.
think he'll be in the ring soon.
Yeah, man. You got to work on life first, bro.
Yeah.
You got to take care of that, then everything else under the umbrella. That's
Right,
wise.
right.
Hell yeah. And plus, y'all got enough bread where y'all don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Correct, right.
Like when I was getting evicted, I would have fought Mike Tyson and everybody at the same time. You know what I mean?
Hell
They would have
yeah.
been like, man, we
For a
got
couple
$1,700. I would have been like, all right. I'll be all right. Let's go do that, man. All right, so we're talking about September 30th. That's
crazy.
We'll see you, man, in Las Vegas, pay-per-view. That's going down. And even that fight weekend, bro. And I know y'all don't get a chance to, like, you was at Spence Crawford weekend, correct?
Right.
So you would get a chance, but damn, that's kind of almost like work too, though, right?
It is always work, bro.
Damn.
That's a part of life, though. You know?
I heard that.
Yeah.
because I had a good weekend that time, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't stressed. You know, I had a comedy show out there. I was stressed about tickets. You know, did you come to my comedy show?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
come
that's
back.
fucked up.
I ain't come back.
Wow, boy. Oh, Jermell done changed, man.
No.
Every time,
Yeah.
we be like, Unc, when the comedy show, man.
Yeah,
It'd be great.
But I ain't gonna be able to come on the 29th.
Oh, no, I hope not. If I
No.
see you down, I'll be like, man, what the fuck are you doing here? Yeah. So after a fight, when do you come back to being like you? Is it immediately the next day or?
Well, you're gonna be sore. So
Yeah.
so most of the time it's like you put your house shoes on, walk to the kitchen, walk right back to the room, lay it back down.
Hey, man,
and
even when
just
you
to
win,
recover.
you're sore, huh?
Sore, no matter
You
what.
like, did he hit me in my shoulder?
Them shots feel like bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, and watching Spence Crawford, right? And I love, and we, you know, those are just guys that come to the neighborhood as well, man. When you saw that fight,
Yeah.
what did you think that it was going to be that easy for Crawford or
The one-sided fight,
as a
pretty much.
boxer?
Nah, I didn't know
Yeah,
that. I
man.
didn't think that. You know, it give you a whole nother look on
Yeah.
Crawford.
Yeah, man. Did you ever want to jump in and help him out, or you?
Kind of.
Yeah,
nah,
man.
for real though.
No, 'cause-
for real, you like, man, I could do that. Man, I could beat him. I could beat this guy. You know,
Hey,
like, in
man,
your
I-
mindset, you want to go get
And
it.
I told Jose, because we were sitting next to each other, man, and we had great seats, man. Somebody upgraded us, man. I was like, bro, I wish they would have let me in with my pistol because I could have just threw that up to him. You know what I'm saying? I wish. But no, all jokes aside, man. But that right there, bro, it's like we get into an era too, man, where boxers boxed back in the days, and sometimes you took L's. I love the L's and things of that nature. How do you feel about everybody want to protect the O?
Man, you know, that's the crazy thing about me. I ain't got the O no more.
Right.
I had a draw, and I had a loss to Tony Harrison. And
Yeah, but yours came early, though.
Well, but I still came back and knocked both of them.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the ones I had a draw with and the one that I lost to. But, You know, everybody, that's because everybody trying to be Mayweather.
Yeah,
Everybody trying to
man.
like follow, like thinking that they're going to become the $100 million guy because of the fact that but the era has changed. Boxing is different.
Yeah.
You know, Mayweather went through it. He went through it, but he is one of a kind.
Yeah, man. I'm saying, like, man, don't let that be the new blueprint.
Yeah.
When people say, oh man, like he done lost 2 fights, I'm like, man, what?
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to, you know, it ain't about how many
It's the
times you
comeback.
fall. Yeah, it's about the comeback.
Hell yeah, it's the comeback, man.
Yep.
It's the comeback. So what do you do when you're not training? Like after fight, do you go gain weight and go fishing or?
I kind of, you know, I'm in Texas, so it's fun.
Oh,
we
man.
got always something going on,
Y'all got
and there's
good
always
food
some
out there too, man.
good
Hell
food. There's
yeah.
always somebody's birthday in the family. There's always something going on. The rodeo, you know.
Oh, man.
I try my best to get out and stay active instead of just sitting around. I got nice cars, so I just do just small stuff like that. We live in a nice community, so everything. You know,
Man,
it's
I
just a
saw
normal
something
life.
one time, man, where I thought you was at a resort.
Right.
And I don't know if it was you or bro, but then they swung the camera out, and I was like, "That's his house."
Yeah, that's my backyard.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I was like,
said, "Yep."
you saw white people tanning, and you know what I'm saying? He had a resort fee. I was like, damn,
Yeah. That's my
Man.
backyard. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man,
gosh.
you work hard for it though, huh?
Correct. Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, man, and like y'all eat very well in Texas too, man.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was stayed in Papados for like 3 days one time.
I love Papa.
Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah.
But you can't even do nothing like that, huh?
I can.
Not right now.
I can because I can gain weight.
Oh,
You know,
really?
yeah,
But you
I-
got to eat different,
I still
even
got
in
to
the
eat
weight
healthy.
gain, right?
Yeah, you don't want to put too much grease and all that. That's
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Make you feel bad while you getting hit and shit. You don't want to do
Yeah, I was gonna take you to the spot today, but I don't want to be the one. I don't want to be the reason. Do you know I used to weigh over 500 pounds?
No, I ain't know that.
Yeah, man.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, man. And but
500.
I still got it up here, bro.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't want to hang with me during training.
Big boy mentality.
Yeah,
yeah.
You don't want to train with me, bro. You know what I'm saying? You
No
don't
way
wanna,
you were 500 pounds.
Oh yeah, bro.
Dang.
I was 500 pounds, man. I was super heavyweight champion. Yeah, of obesity. Yeah, I fought in the obesity league back in the days,
Obesity
man.
league.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We went on morning walks. You know what I'm saying? So do you jog and work? Do you do road work every day?
Yeah, most of the time. I
You
try
a
not to do
healthy
it
motherfucker,
every
man.
day, but I do it. Yeah. I compete with myself.
Yeah,
How fast
that's
I
a
can get a
different.
mile.
And I'm telling you, man, like I'm a fight fan, so I gotta ask you things that like from a
Nah,
different perspective,
I
bro,
hear you.
because y'all. It's a whole different line of work that y'all do. And
Right.
it's crazy, man, because I've been in radio for like, I'm celebrating 30 years next year, right?
Yeah.
I make mistakes every day.
Yeah.
Every day. With y'all job, like say for instance, you have a fighter and it's like, okay, maybe he can fight once a year, early on probably twice a year.
Yeah.
You know, it's hell of the weight sometime. And now with so much business in it, it's like, man, okay, does this dude really want to fight?
Yeah.
You know, it's so much
But
politics
see,
when it
right
comes to
now,
it.
right now you can't you can't make mistakes in boxing.
Yeah, I know, man.
You know, any mistake you make, you pay.
Yeah.
Or you get knocked out, be face first. You know, who knows?
Hey, man, and even on your L and your draw, you know how you got to wait for that get back?
Yeah.
And you think like, man,
I'm
I
ready
could
to
do it
go.
right now.
You can't.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it ain't possible.
Yeah. So waiting it out, waiting for the get back,
Yeah.
and then when you get the get back, what did you learn from the L?
Man, it was just don't put it in the judge's hand. So when I took my L, it messed me up. You know, I was in the backstage crying, had to do post conference, shedding tears. I'm like, I was still felt young. I felt like a
Right.
kid that just didn't get his way or something. You know what I'm saying? And then I accepted it, and you know, I enjoyed it. I started to love it because of the fact that it separated me from my brother. We both was undefeated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, oh, the one that got the L, the one that, all right, cool. If that's how you want to look at it. But then I avenged it. you
Yeah,
know,
and
by
the
knocking
L
him
wasn't
out.
like
Yeah.
a stretcher or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
it's just
yeah.
a law, a decision, a controversial loss. It
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah,
even-
man.
Yeah, they said I really won that fight, so I'm damn. You know, like why I had to be the one to lose my, and you know, and I was winning in the division.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I was running the division.
Well, look where we are now.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm saying we like I helped him out.
We
Hey man, and with Canelo, man, Canelo got a country,
That's
a
gonna be
fan
crazy.
base.
Yeah.
You know, they show up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are you ready for that? Because you've seen that before too. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
But are you ready for what Vegas is gonna look like? What the press conference is gonna look like?
And it's cool because I've been in a lot of his fights, so I've seen how they, you know, go crazy for him after a good punch he lands, or You know, man.
Yeah.
I'm ready for that though. I've been a part of that type of stuff before.
Can you
Part of
hear
Montreal.
people?
Yeah, you can hear certain people, not far away, but you can hear like the ones close to you. You can hear the consistent voices that still rock, you know, in the crowd.
Hey man, what about do you, if like a star is in the audience? Can you see that?
Nah, you probably can't see them. But yeah, maybe if you look around and look close, you can see it. But you know, it's cool going home watching the fight and you're like, oh look who was right there, Denzel Washington.
Yeah. Do you ever
know,
listen
that's
back to the commentators when you get home and watch? Be like, man, fuck him.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Then when I see him again, I'm like, man, you said this on this fight.
Oh yeah,
I
man.
be charging them up. I stay charging them
Like,
up.
oh, that was that night. That was that night, man. That was that night.
Yeah.
Well, man, thank you for coming to the neighborhood.
For sure, man.
Man, Jermall, and we got to do it one more again.
I do.
We got to do it one more again, man.
I like that.
Thank you so much, bro. And I'm telling you, man, like I'm a boxing fan and I'm a fan first.
Yeah.
And thank you for giving us your time. And I know that you got to get out and get to the press conference.
Cool.
You know, and even when you're in Vegas, man, with the weigh-in, make sure, I don't know if this your guy right here, but we're gonna need gear because we want to walk up close at the weigh-in.
Yeah, he want to walk up close.
Yeah.
They gonna say, oh, he with the Charlo.
Yeah. Thank you, bro. Yeah, that's what I wasn't gonna say all that, but yeah,
Team
so
Charlo,
they say
Team Charlo, the sweatsuits we can take.
Yeah, man. Do y'all need sizes for my sweatsuit?
Hey, he ain't at 500 pounds, so I think we got
yeah. Okay, so you probably just got something there.
I got some.
Yeah, I'm still in that 500-pound mentality where I had to get everything custom made, man. So yeah, I can't wait, man.
Appreciate y'all for having me on the
Man, thank
neighborhood,
you.
baby.
Real talk, bro. Appreciate you, man. Y'all stick around, y'all radios, Big Boys Neighborhood.